This is the Hidden Killers podcast with Tony Brueski,
featuring retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffindaffer.
Rust armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed was heard on police body cam footage laminating about the fatal shooting of Halyna Hutchins on the day of the incident, stating, "It's like I'm the only female armorer in the game, and I just effed up my entire career." Kind of a narcissistic statement to make after someone just got shot, but it is what it is. I'm sure everyone at that moment very confused, very up in the air as to what happens next on a set that we're learning a lot about as being very chaotic, very confusing. Does this all rest in the hands of Hannah Gutierrez-Reed? I guess that's the big question right now at the trial. Jennifer Coffindaffer, retired FBI special agent, joining me to discuss. Is she a scapegoat basically for all this? It seems like there was a lot going wrong here, and she probably really wasn't that qualified for the job to begin with.
Well, she wasn't qualified. There's no way she should have had that job. She had that job because her father had a similar job. But, when you look at it, you need true specialized training to be even called an armorer. In the FBI, there were so few armorers. It's requires months and months and months of training. And to even be a firearms instructor, it's weeks and weeks and weeks of training and on-the-job training. Guns are dangerous. Guns kill people, and you need to have true experts handling them. And this wasn't anywhere near to an expert in any way, shape, or form. The difference, Tony, between a blank and a live ammunition, besides the fact, by the way, that it looks like they actually had that marked on the box. Yeah. But besides that, it's so easy to tell. And in that weapon that they had, it would have been easy to tell. All this nonsense that, the weapon was defective and you couldn't tell. No, you could tell. So it was absolute gross negligence. Remember, she also was going out and getting high on the set, too.
Mm-hmm. So how did this all go so horribly wrong? Number one, why was there live ammo on the set?
There should never, ever be live ammo on the set. Whenever you work with any sort of, whether it's blanks or you're doing simunitions training, you can't have live ammo in the zip code. It should be locked up someplace else other than where you're doing the training. And same with a movie set. There's no place for it there. So that was mistake number one. Isn't it interesting in this case that if you could just get rid of say there's 10 mistakes, you don't even have to get rid of all of those mistakes. You just have to get rid of one at a time, and it would have meant that Halyna would be alive today.
Well, it seems like there were so many things that were going wrong there. There was other accidental firings on this set as well. I mean, I don't know how common these sort of things are on movie sets where you have accidental firing of weapons and things of that nature, especially with live ammunition. I mean, how common are these sort of things to happen on a movie set, or is this just kind of a unique case because it was low budget and they were just kind of, getting anybody they could to fill these jobs?
Well, I would believe it's not very unique, and I can tell you in any firearm settings where you have weapons, you have accidental discharges. In the Bureau, we had many, many, many accidental discharges, and that's with trained personnel. Law enforcement officers do. In any training environment or any environment where people are having guns, you have accidental discharges. I would believe on this movie set, with people not having any expertise, you would have even more higher percentages of issues.
So with something like this, is this something where someone should end up behind bars, or is this something where, look, this is a lot of people making really bad decisions, thinking that they could handle this, and they thought that they were more qualified than they actually were. I'm kind of surprised in some ways that this is a criminal trial and not more of a civil trial, but obviously a lot more stiffer punishments and possible life changes for some people with this being tried criminally, especially for Hannah Gutierrez-Reed and Alec Baldwin eventually as well, too.
I think they should both go to jail. I know a lot of people might not agree with me, but I look at the victim. Halyna Hutchins lost her life. because of severe gross negligence by both of these individuals. Let me ask this question to you, Tony. If Alec Baldwin, if the script would have called for him to shoot himself in the head, right? That it was a suicide scene.
Yeah.
I bet you $1 million he would have made sure that there were blanks in that gun.
It's an interesting argument to make, because that seems to be one of the big ones that is being made of how was he to know? He was supposed to be trusting her. But at the same point, you're exactly right. If I was doing that scene, if anybody was doing that scene, you would be making damn sure that there are blanks in that weapon.
Exactly. And there's 3 main rules when handling a firearm, and you will never accidentally shoot anyone. And one of those, the main one, is never point any weapon, whether it has blanks, whether it has simunitions, whether it's a BB gun, at anyone unless you are authorized or have reason to. In other words, self-defense. Other than that, you never have a reason to point a gun at anyone.
Yeah. It's a messed up case, and it's far more messed up, I guess, than I even realized until this trial started going on, and then you really see the full depth of the chaos that seemed to be on that set of Rust.
Yeah, you had, I believe, a whole camera crew. Not I believe, I'm sure of it. A whole camera crew, according to the testimony I saw, walked off the set because they said, this is so dangerous.
Yeah.
Whenever you have guns wielding around and people shooting, it's just so inappropriate. And that's what you had on the set. It was just a matter of time. And it's really sad that Halyna lost her life. And out of everything we should think about right now, it should be the fact that she died, and she should have never died.
Sick of the ads?
We are too.
Start listening with no commercials now and get access to all of our episodes in advance of everyone else.
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
True Crime Today Premium Plus.
Sign up now.